Hi friends, this is Angelica. Welcome back to my channel. I've been busy making Christmas gifts these past couple weeks and thought it would be fun to share how I make handmade boxes to gift them in. So I'm going to be decorating the box tops with this stamp set from Spellbinders. This is the half-tone holiday stamp set by Hurley. These stamps will be perfect for a tone-on-tone look that I want for the boxes. And then for cardstock, I'm going to be using Basil cardstock, 12 by 12 size, and I get these sheets at my local Joann's in the open cardstock or open papers section. I'm going to start by first trimming those edges down, so I do have 12 by 12 sheets. The Basil is like an extra ½ inch on the sheets. And once I have them trimmed down, I am going to start stamping my own background. I pulled out several sizes of acrylic blocks to hold the smaller stamps, and for the large poinsettia, I'm using my Fiskars stamp press. So I picked Tailored Expressions Peapod ink to stamp the images with, and I'm just going to work my way around the sheet starting from the middle and working my way out. I did make several more backgrounds off screen, and I used inks that coordinated with the cardstock. I did make 2 different pink backgrounds since I have a couple girlfriends who love pink just as much as I do. And I just think this red background turned out so stunning. Now it's time to make the boxes. My first box will be a 4 by 4 by 4 box. So I'm going to score this brown cardstock at 4 inches and at 8 inches. And then I'm going to turn my cardstock one time and score it again at 4 inches and 8 inches. This is going to be the bottom of the first box. I'm taking my time scoring these lines. I did slip up a couple times, but that is totally fine. Now for the lid, I am going to have to make the lid just a little bit bigger, so the measurement's going to be slightly different. I am still going to score at 4 inch and then at 8 1/8 inch. And I will turn the panel around again and score at 4 inch and at 8 1/8 inch. After my scoring is done, I am going to bring back my cutting board, and I'm going to cut 1/2 inch off of each side after I've scored the lines. And this is going to give me an 11 by 11 sheet, and it's just going to let that brown bottom peek through. I brought those 4 inch side walls down to 3.5. To make the flaps, I'm going to use my detail scissors and follow the score lines and cut I'm going to cut 2 slits on opposite sides. And I'm making sure to trim all the way up to where the score lines meet, where the opposite score line meets. I don't want to go past that score line. Now I'm just making sure to fold on all the scored lines and give myself some pretty sharp edges for the top of the box. I'm going to use my large scissors to trim the outside flaps at an angle, and then I'm going to put adhesive on the front side, the side that I stamped. I'm going to put adhesive on those flaps. And then to finish the lid, I'm going to take the adhesive off and then match up corner to corner on all 4 sides. This isn't a race, so I made sure I just took my time because this is a very strong adhesive. Pretty much once it's down, it's down. You're not going to be able to unattach it unless you've got some like liquid adhesive remover, which I did not. So I just did it on the first go. I'm going to repeat the same steps for the bottom part of the box. Now that box top will fit perfectly on the bottom, and you can see since I trimmed that 1/2 inch off of each side, a little bit of the brown peeks out. I just think that is such an elegant touch to these boxes. The second size box that we're going to make is a 6 by 6 by 3 inch box. For the bottom, I'm going to score at 3 inches and at 9 inches, and then turn the cardstock around once and score it again at 3 inches and 9 inches. And then I'm going to repeat the steps as I did with the very first box. The lid I'm going to score at 3 inches and at 9 1/8. You do want to add that 1/8 to make the lid just a little larger. And then again, turn the cardstock around one time and score at 3 inches and 9 1/8. I'm going to trim 1/2 inch off of each side and then do the same exact steps to put the lid together. You can see that I did start stamping on this side initially, but I messed up on one of the stamps, so I just flipped the panel over and stamped on the other side. And again, this is a handmade gift box. I no, none of my friends are going to care if I stamped on the inside of the box or not. Sometimes I just got to tell myself, don't take this so seriously. It's okay to make mistakes. And here is how the finished box looks. I just love this red on brown. So pretty. Now we are going to make little tags for the boxes. I decided to do like little notes, and so I started with a 3x6 sheets of cream colored cardstock, and I scored at 3 inches, so they turned into 3x3 note cards. And again, I'm going to use the poinsettia. I'm going to stamp it with a very light brown, and then stamp the sentiment with a darker brown. Now I'm going to punch a hole in the upper left corner, and this hole is going to make room so I can put twine in it, and then that is how I'm going to attach the little note cards to the presents. I made sure to have a lot of tissue paper in each box to keep the handmade ornament safe. I did use glass ornaments, so I wanted to make sure that these ornaments would not break in any sort of way because I put a lot of time into each one. And once I had the box stuffed with the tissue and the ornament, I tied the boxes up with ribbon. So I'm going to keep how I tied the ribbon on screen too. I do play with the ribbon a lot. I recommend, if you like to use ribbon, wired edges for the ribbon. I did do one box without wired edges, and that ribbon was pretty hard to work with. It took a while to fluff it up and make it look really pretty. This is the ribbon I was telling you that was not wired, does not have the wire on the edges. So I'm not going to keep the whole thing of me tying this ribbon on screen because I did take a lot of time trying to make this bow really pretty. Now this box top, I did not trim off the 1/2 inch off on each side. So in the finished pictures, you're going to see that the edge is all the way down to the bottom. You're not going to see the bottom part of the box. So that's how I put together these holiday boxes using the halftone holiday stamp set and a few sheets of cardstock. I'll leave a link to the stamp set down below in the description box. I don't have links to the cardstock that you're going to have to find in a local shop. I do recommend if you go to the open paper stock at your local store, make sure that you're picking out paper that is strong enough to keep your gifts safe. I know a lot of the open stock is really lightweight paper, so just keep that in mind. That's all that I have for now. I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be back shortly with another video, so I'll see you then. Bye.